It is no coincidence that so many state legislatures have spent the last year taking the same destructive actions, making it harder for minorities and groups that support Democrats to vote, obstructing health care reform, weakening environmental regulations, and breaking the spines of public and private sector unions. All of these efforts are being backed, in some cases orchestrated by a little-known conservative organization financed by millions of corporate dollars. The American Legislative Exchange Council was founded in 1973 by the right-wing activist Paul Weyrich. Its big funders include Exxon Mobil, the Olin and Scaife families, and foundations tied to Koch Industries. Many of the largest corporations are represented on its board. ALEC has written model legislation on a host of subjects dear to corporate and conservative interests, and supporting lawmakers who have introduced these bills in dozens of states. A recent study of the group's impact in Virginia showed that more than 60 of its bills were introduced there, many practically word for word. The study by the liberal group Progress VA found that ALEC had been involved in writing bills that would prohibit penalizing residents for failing to obtain health insurance, undermining the individual mandate in the reform bill. The bill, which ALEC says has been introduced in its 38 states, was aligned or signed into law and became the basis for Virginia's legal challenge to health care reform. Encouraged school districts to contract with private virtual education companies. One such company was the corporate co-chair of ALEC's Education Committee. The bill was signed into law. Legislate or legalize use of legislation for this purpose. ALEC's influence in the Virginia legislature is considerable. Similar efforts have gone on in many other states. The group has been particularly active, weakening environmental regulations and fighting for Environmental Protection Agency issues. ALEC's publication, EPA's regulatory train wrecks, outlines steps lawmakers can take, including curtailing the power of state legislators. There is nothing illegal or unethical about ALEC's work, except that it further demonstrates the pervasive influence of corporate money and right-wing groups on the state legislative process. There is no group with any comparable influence on the left. Lawmakers who eagerly do ALEC's bidding have much to answer to. Voters have a right to know whether the law represents them or represents some corporate entity.